Here's the rest of the story about Paula White advising President Trump on the situation in Rwanda and the Congo. Very alarming and very disturbing.
Thank the presidents and the leadership of Rwanda. We wanted to thank you and thank the presidents and the leadership of Rwanda.
Well, thank you very much, and I'd like to ask Caroline, who's become very famous, big star, and she has a person who's a colleague of hers, a friend of hers, and that she has a lot of respect for, who comes from the area and knows exactly what's happening. Caroline, could I ask you to say a few words?
Yes, sir. Here we have Haryana, who is from the continent of Africa. She's been a reporter here in the United States for many years, and she has...
You're going to get, God has set every single one of you up to prosper. I could never in a million years have orchestrated a peace agreement between Congo and Rwanda. But what I could do was steward a relationship with a man that called me 24 years ago very well. And I stewarded that relationship well. And I still do. And I've stayed true to God. Now that might make some of you happy, some of you mad. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. God had a plan. And I'm part of that plan. And that plan is for his kingdom. What I've done is steward this ministry well. What God's face. Because I'm wealthy. I think prosperity is not a bad word. I think God wants to prosper you. And I'm very strategic with what I said, wealthy. I didn't say I was rich. Because wealthy is a lot more money, or a lot more than just money. I was praying this morning and I was running a little bit late and I was meditating because I was crying over the gifts of God in my life. And I started crying because this week, we had such a great big victory. I mean, first off, Iran, Israel. And if you don't know, I've been appointed as senior advisor to President Trump of the White House Faith Office, oversee all faith. We have 6 people in the executive office, faith centers in every department and agency, and it's an honor to serve. And I don't take a dime. I don't take a dime because I made a covenant with God. Some of y'all, I just lost some of you on that. Would you go to work and not take a dime? Work harder than I've ever worked, and I never take a dime because that's not my source. And Pastor Rachel, were you able to get those pics up? So
St. Paula doesn't take a dime. No, she only gets grants. Here she got $100,000 grant from CityServe. Yes, she gets government grants. American First Policy Institute also gave her $100,000 grant. And so far, I found these 2 grants that she gets. I will still be trying to find more. Paula, no, she doesn't take a dime. She only cons people on social media. She cons people. Those people in Rwanda and Congo better watch out for her.
Between the Tutsis and the Houthis and along, and this is something that I've plowed ground for from South Africa all the way up to the northern part of Africa. This has been a deep work. And this week, historically, never done before, there's been agreements done, but it's been done by middlemen or not by America, etc. This week, the President of the United States, along with me being able to be there with Secretary Rubio, Vice President Vance, and Senior Advisor to Africa, Mossad Boulos, as we were there in the Oval Office with the 2 foreign ministers of Rwanda and Congo, we signed a historic peace agreement that there will be no more bloodshed, and a $5 trillion mineral deal to protect the people, come on, and not rob and rape the people. Come on, don't tell me God's not moving and you're a part of this story, life. Pastor Todd, I am such a wealthy woman. I'm standing in the Oval Office with peace agreements between Rwanda and Congo. That's a 40-year dream for me, the last 30 years, to see things done. We are like this. Don't hate. I was living in a trailer. God would take you from anywhere. I started thinking about my husband, the love of my life. He's brought me riches. John was rich. John is rich.